Okay, everyone that's on Zoom, please put your mics on mute. And then when we call your case, you can take it off of mute. Jefferson County number 2 is now in session. The first case is cause number M333770, case the style of state of Texas versus Alton Leroy Matlock IV. Mr. Matlock is appearing via Zoom. Mr. Matlock, how are you doing?
Not bad yourself, Your Honor.
I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking. Mr.
Yes,
Matlock,
sir.
you're represented in your case by your attorney, Attorney Lindsay Scott. Attorney Scott, how are you doing?
Good, Your Honor.
State is represented in this case by Attorney Erica Porter. Attorney Porter, how are you doing?
Good.
Ms. Scott, what is your announcement in Mr. Matlock's case?
I was going to ask if we have one more setting before we decided. There's a video in this case we're trying to locate, and we just weren't quite ready to make an announcement for trial or plea yet.
Okay,
You could give us one more.
okay, give us a reset date. Okay, Mr. Matlock, this case will be reset to October 11, 2023. Stay in contact with your attorney and your bondsman. You're free to go, and you have a blessed day.
You also, Judge.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You're free to go as well, Ms. Scott.
Oh, man.
Okay, the person that's on Zoom that just has iPhone, would you please take your mic off of mute and state your name?
Cody Welty.
Okay, you can put your mic back on mute.
Yes, sir.
Next case is cause number M331947. Case is styled the state of Texas. Brittany Monique Maxon. Ms. Maxon, would you please come forward? Ms. Maxon, your full name is Brittany Monique Maxon. How you doing, Ms. Maxon? That's good. Now, Ms. Maxon, the court signed a motion to allow your attorney, Mr. Burbank, to withdraw in this case. That motion was signed on June 28th of 2023. And let me ask you, sir, were you here in person when when we had the hearing to withdraw? Let me see, I don't see her. Now, as a defendant in a criminal case, you have three options regarding your right to have an attorney. One option is you have a right to hire an attorney, or number two, you can request an attorney if you do not have enough money to hire an attorney. And the third option is you can waive your right, which means you can give up your right to have an attorney if you desire to represent yourself. Okay, do you understand those three options? Okay. Now, this case, hold on a minute. This case has been around a while.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so what are you gonna do? Request one? Okay, just have a seat. And the bailiff is going to give you some forms that you need to read and sign. And then we're gonna call you back up. All right.
Judge Brevin, she trying to get on, is he on?
Yeah, he like he's on. Yeah,
Okay.
I'm here. Yes, Judge.
Ms. Jones was here last week. She waited for like hours. Can we get it?
yeah, okay. That was the one where he didn't,
Yeah.
he was trying to appear over here, but he didn't. Yeah. Okay. This is cause number M329272. Case is filed the state of Texas versus Cody Cheyenne Welty. Mr. Welty is appearing via Zoom. Mr. Welty, how are you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you, Judge?
I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking. The state is represented. Well, Mr. Welty is represented in this case by his attorney, Attorney Brevin Jackson. Attorney Jackson, how are you doing?
I'm doing well, Judge. How are you?
I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking. And the state is represented by Ms. Erica Jackson. Is that correct? I mean, Erica. Where I get Jackson from? Oh. Yeah. How you doing, Ms. Porter?
I'm good, Your Honor, thank you.
All right. I was used to just saying Porter, then they had to say Charlie Porter, Erica Porter. I call it Erica Jackson. After Brevin Jackson, I guess. Okay, and we have Ms. Jones who is with the probation department. Ms. Jones, how are you doing?
I'm doing good.
Okay, now, Mr. Jackson, I have before me a motion for an early release from community supervision that was filed by you on behalf of your client, Cody Welty. Now, Mr. Jackson, you like to go forward and present your?
Yes, Judge.
Yeah. Are you gonna call any witnesses, or are you gonna just do an argument, or what?
Unless I need to call some witnesses, Judge, I'll just make some argument. I mean, I feel like my motion is sufficient on the face.
Okay. Okay, you can go forward.
Okay. Well, Your Honor, Mr. Welty was placed on probation back in November of 2022 for a term of 2 years for the offense of resisting arrest. As of July of this year, he has completed 1/3 of his probation, and he is therefore eligible for you to consider him for early release from probation. As you can see from my attached exhibit, Mr. Welty has paid off all of his fees. He's completed his community service. He participated in the drug assessment. His probation officer in Bexar County, where his probation was transferred to, was not opposed to his early release. And I spoke with Ms. Jones here with Jefferson County a few weeks ago, and she did not express any opposition to Mr. Welty's early release.
Okay. State,
State is not opposed to early release of Mr. Welty. I spoke with the probation department, and everything that the yes stated is true. He has been in compliance, he's paid his fees and everything, so they're not opposed to it, and we're not either.
okay. I just take judicial notice of the court's file. I was looking at I guess the term of probation that he was given. It said it was like 365 days probated for 2 years. And that kind of piqued my interest in terms of, if this guy's been on probation for the first time, why would they go 365 over 2 years? I know you wasn't a prosecutor,
I don't know.
but
I can speak to that.
okay.
Yeah, I believe there was a felony, I want to say assault on a peace officer that was found to have insufficient evidence. So in exchange for Mr. Welty's plea on the misdemeanor, the state dismissed that felony, but I guess they did take that into consideration in the sentencing on the misdemeanor.
Oh, okay. Was that the retaliation?
Yes, sir.
Something like that, yeah.
Retaliation, okay.
It seemed like it was disposed on November 7th of 2022.
Right, and that's the same day he went on the probation for this.
Right. Okay, so that case was dismissed. The felony case was dismissed, and that was taken into consideration when this offer was made in this case. Is that correct?
Correct. Now, not necessarily under 1245, but yeah, I mean, it was right.
I know, but I mean, it had to go into the prosecutor's thinking when they decide to say, okay, it's going to be 365 for 2 years.
Right.
Okay. Now, with that information, Ms. Porter, does that change the state's position or not?
No, the state is still not opposed.
Okay. All right. And probation, does that change your position? It doesn't. Okay. Okay. So, Mr. Welty, hold on a minute. So July 6th would have made 8 months. Okay, so he's been on about 9 months. Okay. Now, Mr. Jackson, I was looking at this order, the proposed order. The court is going to grant Mr. Welty's motion for early termination. Now, that last sentence in there where it says that the defendant is discharged from probation and his prosecution is dismissed. The court is not signing that. So I'm gonna scratch through that.
Okay.
Okay, and I'll just put the date on here. August 16th. Okay, Mr. Welty, you are released from probation. You got an early release is signed on today. This will conclude your case. And this will conclude the hearing. You're free to go. You have a blessed day. And Mr. Jackson, you have a blessed day as well.
Thank you, Judge. You too.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, and Ms. Jones, you have a blessed day as well. All right, you're welcome. Yeah. Jefferson County Court at Law number 2 is back in session. The court is in session and calls number M330820, case of South State of Texas versus Celso Martinez. Mr. Martinez is appearing via Zoom. Mr. Martinez, you can take your mic off of mute. Oh. Mr.
Morning,
Martinez,
sir.
how are you doing?
Pretty good. How are you?
I'm doing fine. Mr. Martinez, you're represented by your attorney, Attorney Joel Vasquez. Attorney Vasquez, how are you doing?
Good, Your Honor. How about yourself?
I'm doing fine. You need to turn that camera. Yeah. Okay. Now, Mr. Vasquez, what is your announcement in Mr. Martinez case?
Judge, this was a JP reduction a long time ago, 8 or 9 months ago. Mr. Martinez was involved in an accident, has not been able to work, and we've kept putting it off. But I'm going to ask for 30 more days to give Mr. Martinez an opportunity to pay. I told him I hope the court and the prosecution will go along with it because he could get his bond forfeited today.
Well, he's here. Now, Mr. Martinez,
Yes, sir.
can you hear me? Okay, your case, your attorney said you need some additional time to pay the fine and court costs for the JP reduction. Okay. How much time do you need?
I would just need about another week or 2 weeks. I
Okay.
just started working last week and I get paid today, but next week will be fine. I should
Okay.
have it paid off by next week.
Okay. Give us a state. Do you have any objections?
No objections for 2 weeks. Up to 2 weeks.
Okay. Now, Mr. Martinez, give us a reset date. No. Yeah, that's fine.
Thank you.
Okay, that's what, August 30th? Let's do September 6th. Okay. Now, Mr. Martinez, your case is going to be reset to September 6th. You need to appear in person. Now, if it's paid before that date, get the receipt to your attorney. Your attorney is going to get that information to the DA's office. And the case, I would assume that the offer is to dismiss this case or plead to the JP reduction. Is that correct?
That's correct.
All right. And so if you pay it before this date, get the receipt to your attorney, and your attorney will get that information to the DA's office, and the DA's office will dismiss this case probably before that date. If not, you need to be here in person. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay, do you
Yes, sir.
understand? Now, this case is reset to
Yes, sir, I do.
September 6, 2023. Stay in contact with your attorney, your bondsman. You're free to go, and you have a blessed day.
Thank you, Your Honor. You do so as well.
Ms. Vasquez, you're free to go as well, and you have a blessed day.
Thank you, Your Honor. You too.
Thank you.
How are you doing this morning?
Oh, I'm doing fine. Okay. This is cause number M334034, case of style of state of Texas versus Hunter Parker. Or Hunter G. Parker. Mr. Parker, is that your full name?
Hunter Gibson Joseph Parker is the full name, sir.
Okay. How are you doing, Mr. Parker?
Good day, and I apologize for the attire.
Okay. Now, Mr. Parker, you're represented in your case by your attorney, Attorney Benjamin Jeffries. Attorney Jeffries, how are you doing?
Doing well, Your Honor. Thank you.
Now, who's the prosecutor? Okay. The prosecutor in this case is Attorney Kobe Hopper. Mr. Hopper, how are you doing?
Good.
Mr. Jeffries, what is your announcement in Mr. Parker's case?
Mr. Parker, Your Honor, we just request a reset. I've communicated with the state, and they're going to send us an offer to review. And we continue to dig through the discovery and have conversations with Mr. Parker.
Okay. How much time do you need?
Say 30 days should be sufficient.
Okay, this case will be reset to October 11th, 2023. Mr. Parker, your attorney is going to get your reset. Once you get your reset from your attorney, you'll be free to go. You have a blessed day. And Mr. Jeffries, once you get your reset, you'll be free to go as well, and you have a blessed day.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
This is on.
Kenneth W. Baptiste?
Yes.
Okay, cause number M333888. Case of style of state of Texas versus Kenneth W. Baptiste. Mr. Baptiste, is that your full name?
Yes, sir.
How you doing, Mr. Baptiste?
How are yourself, sir?
I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking, Ms. Batiste. You're represented in your case by your attorney, Marcus Wilkerson. Attorney Wilkerson, how are you
I'm
doing?
doing well, Judge. Thank you.
Mr. Wilkerson, what is your announcement in Mr. Batiste's case?
Your Honor, the state has made an offer for 12 months deferred. My client would like to reject that offer and set this matter on the trial.
Okay, that's fine. Hold on a minute. She's gonna give you a trial date.
And trials start on Wednesday, is that correct?
Tuesday. Pick the
Tuesday,
jury on Tuesday,
Tuesday morning or afternoon,
1:30.
1:30? Just making sure, Judge. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, ma'am. No worries.
Okay, give us that date. Okay, Mr. Baptiste, your case is reset for trial October 16th. Your attorney will be given notice of that reset date. Once you get the reset from your attorney, you'll be free to go and you have a blessed day. Ms. Wilkinson, you'll be free to go as well and you have a blessed day.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. Miss Brittany Maxon? Jefferson County Court at Law number 2 is back in session. The court is in session and calls number M331947. The case is filed in the state of Texas versus Brittany Monique Maxon. Ms. Maxon, is that your full name? Ms. Maxon, would you please raise your right hand? Ms. Maxon, do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
Ms. Maxon, you may put your hand down. How are you doing, Ms. Maxon? That's good. Ms. Maxon, I have before me two documents. First document is titled Judge's Explanation of Rights to Defendants Without Attorney. Do you recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
And is this your signature on the line that's titled Defendant?
Yes, sir.
And are these your initials on the line that state you would like to apply for a court-appointed attorney?
Yes, sir.
I also have another document. This document is titled Jefferson County Affidavit of Indigence. Do you recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
On the second page of the same document, above the line that is titled Defendant. Mr. Kimler, would you please put your mic on mute?
Sorry, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. And the signature above the line that is titled Defendant Signature, is this your signature?
Yes, sir.
Ms. Maxon, before you signed and initialed all of these documents that I just showed you, did you read the documents? You didn't read the documents? Okay, let me do this here. I'm gonna give you a few minutes to go over the documents. Make sure you understood what you signed. Mr. Porter. She can just have a seat at that table. Next case is cause number M333962. The case is styled the state of Texas versus Zaid Augustus Tatum. Mr. Tatum, would you please come forward? Good morning, Mr. Tatum. Mr. Tatum, you're represented in your case by your attorney, Ryan Kimler, who is appearing via Zoom. Attorney Kimler, how are you doing?
Fine, thank you, Your Honor.
Mr. Kimler, what is your announcement in Mr. Tatum's case?
Trial, Your Honor.
Okay, give us a reset date.
October 16th.
Okay, this case will be reset for trial on October 16th, 2023. Mr. Tatum, you're going to get your reset here in court. And once you get your reset from our court coordinator, you'll be free to go and you have a blessed day. Please stand in front of the coordinator. And Mr. Kimler, your reset will be sent to you. You're free to go as well and you have a blessed day.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, you're welcome. Okay, now, Ms. Maxon, the two documents that I showed you earlier, one is judge's explanation of rights to defendants without attorney. You acknowledged that your initials was on the line that stated that you wanted to apply for a court-appointed attorney. You also acknowledged that your signature was on the line that is titled defendant. And next document, Jefferson County Affidavit of Indigence, you acknowledge that your signature was on page 2 above the line that is titled defendant signature. Now, Ms. Maxon, did you read those documents?
Yes, sir.
Did you understand what you read?
Yes, sir.
Is everything in those documents true and correct to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, Ms. Maxon, would you get those documents back to our bailiff, Mr. Porter? Did you get those documents from her? Thank you. Excuse me, Ms. Maxim, I've read your answers. Based on your answers, you meet the eligibility requirements for the appointment of a court-appointed attorney. And the attorney that would be appointed to represent you in your case is Attorney Todd LeBlanc. Attorney LeBlanc will be given information to contact you. And you will be given information to contact Mr. LeBlanc. Our court coordinator is going to give you that information. Now, before she gives you that information, I need to give you some bond conditions. Mr. Porter, could you hand this to Ms. Maxson? Ms. Maxson, the bailiff just handed you a document that is titled Standard Bond Conditions in County Court of Law number 2. Do you see that title? I'm going to go over that document with you. And the document reads as follows. Following the return of a criminal information in County Court of Law number 2 of Jefferson County, Texas, all bail bonds executed for release of any defendant named herein are ordered subject to the additional conditions. Number 1, the defendant shall commit no offense against the laws of this state, any other state, or of the United States. Do you understand that condition? Condition number 2, the defendant shall submit to testing for drugs and alcohol as directed by the court. The court may revoke the bond and order the arrest of any defendant who A, refuses to submit to a test for drugs and alcohol when directed to do so by the court, or B, submit to a test for drugs and alcohol, and the test indicates the presence of drugs and alcohol in the defendant's body. Ms. Maxson, do you understand that condition?
Yes, sir.
And condition number 3 does not apply. Condition number 4 doesn't apply. Condition number 4 only applies in the DWI case. Your case is not a DWI case. However, condition number 5 does apply. Condition number 5 states, defendant is prohibited from possessing a firearm or ammunition unless defendant is a peace officer as defined by section 1.07 of the Texas Penal Code, actively engaged in employment as a sworn, full-time paid employee of a state agency or political subdivision. Do you understand that condition?
Yes, sir.
Now, Ms. Maxson, if you violate any one of these conditions, your bond can be revoked. If your bond is revoked, warrant will be issued for your arrest. You'll be arrested and placed in the Jefferson County Jail. Do you understand that? Okay, now, Ms. Maxson, please have a seat, and when the court coordinator is ready for you, she's going to call you up to the window to give you your case reset. Thank you. Court is in session to cause number M 333-440, case of Styles, State of Texas versus Max Owen Lithicum. Mr. Lithicum, is that your full name?
Yes,
How you doing, Mr. Lithicum?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking. Mr. Lithicum, you're represented by your attorney, Attorney Dustin Galmore. Attorney Galmore, how are you doing?
Great, Judge. How are you?
I'm doing fine. And Mr. Galmore, what's your announcement?
Judge, their felony cases are reset, so we'd ask to keep them together.
Now, what, do you have the reset date?
27.
September 27th.
September 27th? Okay. Mr. Lithicum, this case is going to be reset to September 27th, 2023. Stand over there. Your attorney is going to give you a reset. Once you get your reset from your attorney, you'll be free to go. Next case is, next case is cause number M 334-092, case of Style of State of Texas versus Michael McCray Duncan. Mr. Duncan, your full name is Michael McCray Duncan.
Yes, sir.
This is cause number M 334-092. And Mr. Duncan, you also represented by Attorney Galmore. And Attorney Galmore, what's your announcement in this?
Judge, same announcement, just got a pending felony. It's been reset to September.
It's the same date, September 27th? Okay, so this case will be reset to September 27th as well. You get your reset from your attorney, you're free to go, and you have a blessed day. Mr. Galmore, you're free to go as well, and you have a blessed day. Jefferson County Court at law number 2 is back in session. The court is in session of cause number 23 CCCR 0105 and cause number M334214. Both cases are styled the state of Texas versus Chelsea Nicole Sams. Chelsea Sams was scheduled to be in court this morning for the court's announcement docket, which was scheduled at 9 a.m. on today's date of August 16th of 2023. At or about 9 a.m., court's bailiff called the name of Chelsea Sam at the courthouse door. Chelsea Sam did not answer. Chelsea Sam has not appeared in court since the court has been in session. The time now is 10:34 a.m. on today's date. Mr. Bailiff, would you please call the name of Chelsea Sam at the courthouse door? Chelsea Sam. Chelsea Sam. Response. Okay. Chelsea Sam name was just called again at the courthouse door. Chelsea Sam did not answer. A reasonable time has passed to give Miss Sam an opportunity to appear in court, and she has not appeared in court. State, do you have a motion?
Yes, state moves for bond forfeiture and request that a warrant be issued.
Okay, that motion will be granted. In both cases, Chelsea Sam bonds will be forfeited and warrants shall be issued for her arrest and cause numbers 23 CCCR 0105 and cause number M334214. Oh, she wasn't scheduled? She wasn't scheduled to be here today on the second case?
No, not really, no.
Okay, well, Chelsea Sam bond will be forfeited. Which one is the new case? Is only in cause number M334214, and a warrant shall be issued for her arrest. Court will be in recess.